Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got a great blend for you guys tonight, and already it has been just emanating throughout the apartment. This stuff smells incredible. So, keeping on with this month's theme, we're doing teas from Tilula, and tonight's blend is one of my personal favorites. I've never had their chai before, but this one is going to be really, really good. It's called Cassia chai. And this one, I mean, it just smells really, really wholesome, really, really, hey gamer, welcome. It's very full-bodied in the aroma. This is going to be incredible. I can taste it already. Sneha, welcome. So this has oolong tea, cinnamon bark, ginger root, cocoa nibs, chicory, cardamom, cinnamon flavor, black peppercorn, cloves, and cloves. Sorry, because the rest of it said that, hey Ma, welcome. The rest of it says that it goes, is blendable with Granny Smith's oolong, which is something that, Granny Smith's oolong? Yeah, Granny Smith's oolong, which is something I'd like to try. I have a little bit left over that I'll probably do on my own time. But in the meantime, I'm going to be sampling this one by itself, and already I'm super excited. It's already got all of the regular components of a traditional chai. The only difference is that instead of an oolong, it's usually a black tea that's used. Mostly a Ceylon from India, because this is an Indian traditional tea. So already it smells super. The aroma is like super. It's super good. It's really wholesome, really full-bodied. I can smell the spices, like especially the cinnamon and the cardamom. They're really strong in here. The peppercorn is pretty good as well, as far as smelling it. So this is going to be like a really good blend. I can tell. Sela is from Sri Lanka. Oh, I keep forgetting that. I always, because I mean, like usually when they talk about Indian tea, they add Ceylon, but Ceylon, I know in my head it just doesn't come out sometimes. But thanks for correcting me. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, well, I might as well use this opportunity to just jump right in. Oh, it's a very full-bodied aroma that's coming out. So here we go. Oh, that is nice. There is a certain kind of, like a thickness. It's got a medium to heavy mouthfeel, and it's got a nice body to it. Like I haven't had a chai quite like this before, where all the flavors are really concentrated. I mean, the blend, of course, is really full-bodied and not strong in the spicy sense, but it's very bold. And there is like there's kind of a thickness to it. And the thickness adds like a kind of creamy texture. Ooh, I am loving this. It's super hot. I have to keep on blowing on it. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. You can see right here, it's a pretty dark tea, but it's a really beautiful kind of dark. There's a lot of browns and a lot of like, oh, there we go. I was trying to get a leaf to begin with, but there we go. You can see this is a dark brown leaf, not bald. So this, sorry, not bald as in like a little ball. It's not a little pellet. So you can tell this is actually a Chinese oolong versus a Taiwanese oolong, which is usually greener in color. It's between green and brown, and it's got a nice vegetal creaminess to the Taiwanese, as opposed to the darker, bolder flavor of the Chinese oolong. But because this is not a black tea, it offers a more a smoother, less astringent kind of taste to it. And I'm really loving it. While I was making my glasses steam up. That is really, really good. And already you can see, I can feel it. I've got a little a little bit of sweat forming at the top of my forehead, all because the spices are hitting me already. Right now, there's a certain warmth right in my gullet. You know, it's like right here, and it feels really good. This is the kind of tea that I would probably drink more of during like the fall and winter, but it's like really, really good right now. You know, I just kind of wish I had a a breeze or something to cool me off. But this is actually, it's really excellent. I'm very much impressed with the texture. I mean, the texture alone will get me, because there's a silky creaminess to it that is hard to define, probably from like the concentration of the spice. Ooh, I've got to get more of this. Oh, this is good. I'm not even joking. Like, this is, and you know, like, this is the kind of chai. Generally, in India, chai tea is made with Assam, and it's boiled in milk. And you know, like, it's what's the word? It's like overboiled, and then when it's about to come out of the pot, you lower the flame and then let it simmer, bring it up, and then, you know, like, they do it like about 3 or 4 times to help the creaminess and the volume. This one has that kind of a flavor to it, and some of the texture. Like, I can see making this in the traditional milk tea way, just boiling it in milk and giving it that extra texture, that extra creaminess. And you know, I would love to try that, because it's got all of the traditional flavors that you're going to need. It has the cardamom. It has, well, cinnamon it's not necessarily traditional. You can use it. It's usually optional. Ginger, I believe, is one of the ginger root. I know cardamom for sure. Chicory can go back and forth. But that's one of those things that I mean, for chai specifically, you need the cardamom, and you need the black tea, and I believe cinnamon is a specific traditional blah, blah, blah. What's the word, like a traditional ingredient? Sorry, my brain just went. But yeah. So you're getting this nice, full-bodied flavor out of the aroma. I could tell right off the bat before I drank it that it was going to be really good, nice and hearty. So before, I'm going to try not to spill any. I have my tray now. I can I can do that. But yeah, check it out. So you can see there's not much of a change in the color or the size of the leaf. You can see, like, the leaves, they're still kind of sort of closed. Let me see if I can open this one. But because it's a Chinese oolong, it's not going to open up the way a Taiwanese oolong would. Trying not to. There we go. And as you'll also notice, because it's not a full leaf, you're getting like chunks. So the oolongs are made with like the medium to between medium and small leaf. So that compacts the flavor, but you get more of it. So you'll get a more bolder, stronger taste from it because everything is compact. Woo. It's fogging up my glasses still. Oh man. It's been a while since I've had a really, really nice chai like this. There's a certain kind of milkiness to it. You know, I mean, I want to say that it's creamy, but and while it is, there's also a milkiness, because you know, like the creaminess has that sweet volume kind of flavor. This one is not as sweet, but it has that same volume, like somebody added milk to this. Keep in mind, I didn't add any sweeteners to this. This is all just natural. And it's really hard for me to stop drinking. Like, I'm getting a lot of cinnamon in each drink, in each slurp that I take. There's a lot of cinnamon, a lot of like the cardamom, not a whole lot of ginger, and the only place that I get the peppercorn, the black peppercorn, is in the back of my throat, right here. Like the spice just kind of washes over, so it's not too spicy. It's more on the it's got a good amount of spice, but it has like a very low kick, if that makes sense. Like it's not gonna make you choke on it. Now me, I really love the spicy the spicy flavors, and anything that kicks me in the throat is fine. This one is smoother. This one goes down really, really well, but it's more on par with like a spicy hot chocolate. So if you don't have like the high tolerance for spices, this one will be nice for coughs. Probably, yeah, because I mean for coughs, I would go for the spicier, the stuff that does kick you in the throat, and mix milk to it. Yeah, I mean if you have a bad cough, if you have congestion, I wouldn't recommend putting milk in it. But it's got that kind of texture where you really don't need it. I would love to. I'm actually debating putting some cream in this right now, because this is actually, it's really, really nice, and the cream would probably enhance it all the more. You know, I honestly think I should. Okay, just bear with me. I wasn't planning on this, but I'm gonna try it. All right, I'll be right back. This is too good to pass up. I don't normally put cream in my teas, but I have this one. There we go. I have this one. It's supposed to taste like Cold Stone Creamery. So, I mean, it does, but that's besides the point. Okay, so I think I might have put slightly too much. I tried to just do a little dab, but I mean, yeah, that's a big difference. Like before, the color was really reddish brown, and it was clear. You could see right through it. Now that the cream is in it, you can't see it as much, but we'll see. I didn't add the cream for the way that it looks. Oh yeah, definitely an enhancement. This is the kind of tea that I would drink cold. Oof, that is really, really good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it now. Oh, not that I wasn't enjoying it before, but like now I'm getting a nice, bold kind of flavor. And it's really sweet, really smooth, no astringency whatsoever. And that's what I like in a tea, especially oolongs. Oolongs normally don't have a whole lot of astringency, depending on how you make it, of course. If you oversteep it, yeah, you're gonna get something. But in this case, it's not too shabby, you know. Like it has a good bold flavor without the sneakiness of the astringency. Ooh, that is really good. I'm gonna definitely start putting cream in this from now on. And it's times like this that I really wish I had bought more of the like a full bag. But I mean, this is why I do this stream, because we both will discover stuff together. And this is one blend that I haven't tried yet, but it's really on point. And I mean, I've said it before that Tilula, they have really good teas, and this one is no exception. This one really, really smooth. And I would recommend this even for somebody who doesn't normally like teas. This isn't this isn't what you would think. Hey, Ralph, welcome. This isn't what you would think a traditional tea would be like anywhere else but India. I mean, when people drink tea, they usually think English breakfast or Lipton. But in this one is nice and bold, with a good flavor, good thickness to it, and there's enough in there to like really keep it interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the Thomas taste, which I should have done before I put the cream in here, but what the heck. Wow. I'm not sure. It's probably because the cream is in it, but the cream and the cinnamon are giving me like a kind of citrus, orangey kind of flavor. I don't know if that is a good thing. I mean, it tastes really good. It really does. But it's kind of surprising, because the cinnamon and the cardamom and the cream, it's giving it a bit of a complicated flavor, which I love, because there's you have to sit there and you have to look for the way that it sits on your tongue. And before it had a medium to long burn, but it feels like the cream is making it last longer, because it's just sitting there. And usually when the cream has a texture to it, it'll sit there and just like mellow on your tongue. Like it'll just sit there and just coat it and make it nice and flavorful. So this is really, really good. And I'm not gonna, I mean, I'm not just saying it to say it. Like, I'm putting my reputation on the line for this. It's a really good blend, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Oof. And I'm sweating. And that's how you know it's spicy, because it's just sitting there. Right now, there's such a nice, mellow warmth in my stomach, and it's just sitting there and kind of like it feels like a fireplace. Well, not like a fireplace, but feels like getting cozy by a fireplace. Ooh, excuse me. And like that's what I'm getting, and it's a really nice, a really laid back kind of feeling. I'm loving this for real. Woof, that is so good. Okay, questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, now's the time. I'm going to answer Teresa's question, as I do every single week. What would I pair this with? I mean, honestly, this makes a really great standalone tea. I wouldn't want to taint the experience with any food. But that being said, if I had to, I would probably pair this up with a dessert of some sort, because it's a full-bodied flavor, and I really don't, like it's not savory or smoky enough to really go with an entree. This is because it's on the sweeter side. I would rather pair this with a dessert. So I would say this would go well with chocolate, like a milk chocolate Hershey bar. What else? This would maybe a kind of fudge brownie. I think that would really go well with it. And next time we take a tea and chocolate pairing class, I would love to see this tea in there, because it's really, really good. And the more I drink it, the more excited I get. That might be the caffeine. It usually isn't, but I can blame it this time. It's giving me a certain kind of mellow energy. Like, you know how sometimes you just feel either too tired to really relax, but too worked up to, chill out? This has given me a nice mellow middle ground. I'm feeling very cozy right now, and I mean, I would love to just curl up with a book and read while I drink this. I mean, I cannot see myself enjoying this any other way. It's a kind of tea that really sets a mood. Normally, I drink my chais. Well, I like drinking chai all year round, but it feels best in the fall and winter. And for those of you who are moody drinkers like me, you know what I'm talking about. Like, there are certain teas that just really hit the spot during a certain time of year. And this one tastes nice and autumny. That's my word of the evening, autumny. Oh my God, I'm really hot. Oof, okay. Once again, questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, now's the time. As far as announcements on the community, what's this? What does the word mean? What, autumny? It's just from autumn. I made it up. It's not a real word. But what's this? Autumn, like AUTUMNY. Autumny. I don't know. It sounds better than folly. that's the only reason why I said it that way. I mean, neither word really makes sense, but I just like the way autumny sounds better than folly. Because then folly would have been my folly. I'm sorry. That was terrible. Anyway, okay, what was I saying? Announcements. I do not have any announcements off the top of my head from the community. Although summer is coming, and now more and more people are getting vaccinated, and we're going to be starting to open up really soon. I would love to start coming out with activities and get-togethers and stuff like that. So if anybody has any suggestions, definitely let me know, because I need to start working for you guys again. I really love doing the community stuff, the website stuff. We need more activities now that the weather's getting nicer, so definitely we'll have an outing of some sort. And if you guys, even if you're out of the state, definitely feel free to throw me some suggestions. And maybe this is something that you guys can also do in your neck of the woods, depending on what it is. So definitely keep me posted on any ideas that you have. Um, I'm going to have to start scouting out new tea areas, new tea shops for a tea crawl. Right now, we're running a little scarce. We lost a couple during COVID. Um, and there's not enough left, frankly, to really, ooh, excuse me, really give the tea crawls a go. But for sure, I'll have to keep my ear to the ground and see what things are happening in the tea world. And I really love the way that it maintains its flavor, even as it cools off. There's no change in the flavor, really. It's all just as good as when I first brewed it. So there's no cool down. And for those of you who have had teas that just don't taste as good as they cool off, this is not one of them. This one definitely maintains its quality all throughout. And it may just be because I put the cream in it, but I wouldn't bet on it. Because I can tell if a tea is going to maintain its quality usually as it cools. I'm not going to say it's all the time because I can get surprised too. But this one, it's still maintaining. There's no astringency, there's no bitterness, there's no burnt or smokiness to it at all. This one is a nice full-bodied blend, and I really, really like it. So as I always do, I'll post the link to where you can get it on Tilula.com. But this one I would highly encourage to try because this is very, very much a traditional chai. A few differences in the ingredients, but mainly the only difference is the oolong in place of a black tea. That's it, and that helps it so much. Oh man, this is good. This is not going to make it to the end of the stream. I'm sorry. I keep on drinking it little by little. But that's a good thing, because when I feel compelled to keep drinking no matter what, that's a very good sign. If it's difficult for me to not finish before the end of the stream, and I keep looking at the clock, and I have about 2 minutes left. So if this thing can last for 2 minutes, which I am kind of sort of doubting, because I really it's taken some sort of self-control for me to reach down there and say no, moderation. No, this one is really, really difficult to moderate, and I'm actually wondering what it tastes like when it's iced. And right now my imagination is going wild. So anyway, yeah. It's making me this is giving me a happy feeling. And I'm giving it the highest compliments that I can think of, only because it tastes so good. And now I'm kind of missing, because they usually do was it chai Thirsty Thursdays they have chai a big old pot during the winter season, and I'm kind of mad that I haven't tried it yet, only because I'm nowhere near there during the week. But I would definitely, if this is what they put in it, that's some good stuff. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera. So I am going to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you all for joining me once again. This has been an incredible experience, and I hope that you take my word on this and you try it out for yourself. I'll be posting the link in the description. So until next time, have a wonderful night, a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.